And good evening everyone who is watching the stream of VOD Arrives on Air, and welcome to my kinda short-ish, it's going to be, the music is still loud, interesting, let me fix that, doesn't sound loud in my headphones. So welcome to another short-ish stream. I'm like almost 2 hours later today than I wanted to be. I was reinstalling the whole audio system, the whole set of drivers and software that I use today on my PC. So that took a little bit longer, and I haven't even finished everything, so it's only like first removing everything, cleaning everything up, Voicemeeter, Focusrite audio drivers, Steinberg audio drivers, and then after that reinstalling it step by step, checking if everything works. It's Tokyo. The new system now, the motherboard is still on the motherboard is still at the sellers, so the new system is not even here. So, and I don't think I'm going to stream it when I get the when I get the motherboard back, I will have to find another CPU for it. I have a bad guess. Well, I have a guess that's not good, that my CPU is deformed because of the use of that bracket. So, and either it has to be transplanted with the bracket, not just with a bracket, with exactly the same bracket. It's currently installed. So, or maybe it might not be able to work without straightening somehow in other motherboards. Gonna get check Crimson Zamboni, good evening, welcome. And it's Tokyo. So but because I added another video card to my system, NVIDIA Tesla P40, I had to reinstall video drivers, and NVIDIA drivers, they are notoriously bad when it comes to messing up delicate USB things, especially related to audio hardware, audio USB hardware, professional, like the semi-professional, the one that's external, that's called external audio interfaces. And I have two, plus I use Voicemeeter on top of it. It's not really the greatest possible configuration, so I've been having sound issues since I reassembled this PC back with, sorry, the new video card in it. So today I think I fixed them, but there's still a thing to do. Install another, well, additional USB controller, a separate one, and use my main audio interface, Focusrite Scarlett 18i8, I think it's 18i8, third generation, with that USB controller. So the car's still here, everything's still amazing. It's just a little bit dark. Let's fix that. So let me check one thing before we continue. Just one short thing. Let me hide in a tree to avoid attracting additional attention. And I totally forgot to do, I think, a couple things before I started the stream. But first, just give me a second. Okay. And the thing that I wanted to do, can I do it without closing DayZ? Just give me a second, please. Finishing steps of preparation. Come on, where are you? And this, and here we are. Everything should be fine now. So back to DayZ. We have this character who has pretty much everything, and even there was a thing in the barrel. Did I take it? I did not take it. There's a tripwire that's ready in this barrel. So to test the thing with claimers, if it's possible to do anything with tripwires and claimers. So, but right now we are going to, well, drive around and maybe even get killed. So I missed the line from "gonna get you." Press with those grenades. Yeah, I know. It's crazy that the press vest actually has separate grenade slots. It's not supposed to, under any circumstances, to have any grenade slots. And actually slots for magazines too. So it's probably not supposed to have any pockets whatsoever. Okay, so this car we saved. It was our great success yesterday. So this car we saved here in the woods. I forgot the spark plug, of course. Actually, maybe let's leave a couple spark plugs in this barrel, since it seems to be a survivor. I mean, the barrel is surviving no matter what. I forgot about it, returned after, I don't know, a month or something, and it was still back. So yesterday, a great success was... What's wrong this time? I forgot to install the plug. I hid one in the barrel, but I forgot to install one in the car. So we found this car on the side, not that far away from here. Technically the third car. What's wrong now? It's here. The battery is charged. Hey. Here we go. So just needs a little bit of time. We found this car on its side, on the slope, not that far away from here. Interesting thing about this area that technically this is the third car, the third vehicle we found in this area. So there was a truck just parked pretty much in Polyana. Then there was a guy driving Volga through Polyana, the guy who I killed. And then we found this vehicle in the middle of the woods on its side. And we used Volga yesterday, completely experimental thing. We learned a lot. We used Volga to turn this one back to its wheels. It took us some time. It took us some atoms, some trying really. But in the end, we succeeded. We used, well, I mean, first of all, it was on a slope. And second, we used the wheels of this car, the tires, removed them, and used them some sort of bumpers for this car to roll over them and get back to its normal position, to its wheels. Sanago, welcome, welcome, good evening, haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's amazing. So we learned about the wheels doing that to a car when we were driving around this car on Volga, and we accidentally drove over the wheels of this car on the ground, detached and thrown on the ground. And even at low speed, Volga actually was jumping every time we were driving over the wheels. So we thought that it might help actually to get the car on its wheels. It's actually pretty amazing that we did it. And a lot of glitching happened, but it was all like just visual. So sorta kinda random stuff happening at the client that wasn't supported by the server, and refresh of the data network synchronization from the server just immediately would return everything back to normal after half a second of glitching. So interesting thing that nothing, well, I mean, the Volga itself stayed absolutely okay. The bumper got ruined, the front bumper, but the car parts, the crucial car parts, ended up pretty much, well, the state did not change. So I was ready to even sacrifice Volga for the sake of the experiment, but absolutely wasn't needed. The Volga ended up being completely okay after the experiment. Okay, maybe the third gear is a little bit too much to attack this hill. So, what are we doing on the server in general? I started playing here because I used to play here, and the server ended up being low pop, really. So I just was playing here for a little bit because I had a car. Then I stopped playing DayZ, then I went on a vacation. Everything on the server but one barrel just despawned. And when I got back from the vacation, I was kinda watching over the server pop accidentally because the DayZ server monitor by Crimson Zamboni still was showing me the state of the last server I visited. So, and I saw that the server all of a sudden started getting pop, started getting some population. So I decided to take a look, and in the first hour of being back to the server, I killed a person driving through Polyana on a Volga car. And now I'm going to spend a little bit of time driving around, looking for people building big bases. Pop pop fizz fizz. Oh, what a great car it is. Yeah, it is. It seems this one handles actually a little bit worse than Volga. Volga in the woods, it was like, well, cannot say it was glued to the ground, but it was not sleeping even for a second. And this one seems to be a little bit wobbly, even on asphalt. So yesterday, because the car I found in the woods, it was in the woods, we had to drive Volga through the woods a lot, and it was almost perfect. Well, of course, at low speed, because that was just a forest full of small trees, tree stumps and rocks. Feeling not sleeping? Well, I mean... I see. That's okay, gonna get you. That's absolutely okay. Feel free to leave anytime, and don't even need to warn us about it. People come and go all the time. Okay, these buildings, the apartment blocks, people build bases in them quite often. Gonna get you. I know the feeling in terms of like falling asleep. I've been like that every evening after getting back from the vacation. I don't know why. Every day after like 5 a.m. or even 4 a.m., which is not really a time to go to bed for me, I'd be like, I'm literally falling. Unknown Prophet, welcome, welcome. Oops, oops. Lost traction for some reason. Well, the speed was low. We're having some fun. Yeah. But the car's 100% okay. Oh yeah, that's how it actually turns. Is there something wrong? I never actually checked the wheels after yesterday. So maybe the wheels are the problem. And that's why it feels kind of wobbly, unstable. Wolf territory and bear territory. Once I got attacked by a pack of wolves here, started shooting them, and that attracted a bear. Here, around here. And my magazine was already empty. So it didn't go well. You gotta be careful. Gotta be looking around, looking for things like smoke. I tend to miss it. But people do start fires. In fireplaces, in houses, outside. So I'm going to the eastern border to check a couple places there. I don't know if we find anything, but that's the idea. I have a feeling that we gotta find something there. If we don't find anything there, we will gradually be moving from south to north, looking for some. I suppose it should be pretty extensive activity in terms of like building. That's Guest, but we are not going to Dolnik. We need a highway that spawns off of this one here. I'll hide the car in the woods and I'll continue on foot from there. So, since I might not be able to return to the car, I need to hide it well, not just behind a random tree. Stalker 2? Yeah, I am probably. I want to. Let's put it that way, Tokyo. I want to. Because I've been a fan of all the Stalkers even before they got released. I even have a card of their community manager from back then, from like 2006, 2005. I've seen him and I think one other dev in person before they released the first game even. So the hype was actually pretty real even before the first game. So but the thing is that I wanted to replay the first three games first. So, and that's kinda a problem. Wish I had more time. It's just when I have just a little bit time to game, I play GeoGuessr. When I have more time, it's always for me like that. Yeah, there's like that game that I like to play, or this game, or like Helion or something, or Star Citizen or whatnot. So, but I mean, just for today, let's do a little bit of DayZ, just for today, and it happens like that every freaking time. So this is annoying, but this is how my mind works. Is this the right place? I don't get it. Should be the right place. Where I usually hide my car. Or maybe not. Okay, that's bright enough. Okay. strange, I didn't see there is like that chicken coop, deer feeder in the woods, and I didn't see it. Uh-huh. It's just a little bit deeper in the woods over there, yeah. Let's try not to crash the car into anything. So there is a nice place here. It's not just behind the trees. It's like a small hole in the ground. Oops. That I believe can make your car invisible even for some unfair ways of playing the game. I mean, depends of course on how all this stuff works. Here, or maybe even like here. Here we go. There's nothing interesting in the car. Let's check surroundings first. You don't want to park next to somebody else's base accidentally, or their stash. The car's not visible from the road, and at the same time it's really close to the road. Okay, from here we have quite some ground to cover, but that's where I hear people say telling things about this place and telling stories how they find bases or build bases here, but I've only found a couple close to Dolnik. Well, and not even bases, stashes. Be right back, just a second, one thing. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for waiting for me. Found my phone that was actually receiving notifications, and in the middle of the night, yeah, and got myself a bottle, very classic, a bottle of soda. A cold one. It's still hot here, but I of course feel, I mean, I cannot complain of course because I have an AC and I feel myself way better than people without ACs. So But still. When you accidentally open a window, and when you go outside, of course, even just for groceries or something, or to do some chores. Okay, this is an interesting terrain feature here. This ravine kinda goes to the edge of the map. So what I'm expecting to see, in a place like this, a camp or a base. Stashes, small stashes, cars hidden. That can be pretty much everywhere. Oh, I forgot to check one place on the way here. My bad. So, but that I expect to see something big somewhere on the server, because I have a feeling that there is a big squad playing on the server, big team, and they are up to something. Usually in DZ that means building. So, a little bit of running through the eastern border. I rarely check the eastern border, especially like its northern part. This is the southern part of the eastern border. Let me take a look at the map since we are doing this here. So this is like the highway that goes to Konopki. Okay, that's interesting, but okay. So I'm probably a little bit to the north than I myself expected. That's all. To be honest, I don't expect much here. But closer to Dolnik? Yeah. Probably. Plus, the grounds here is not even, and that's not good for base building. And vanilla, unfortunately, the requirements for the flatness of the ground are very high. I gotta get a radio. Maybe they are talking. Maybe they be reckless enough to think that server belong to him, or just belongs to him, and they would just be openly using radios. I mean, but if they all are in TeamSpeak or something like in Discord, so yeah, they wouldn't need radios. This is like a road that goes straight to the edge of the map. There's a huge field next to this road. Yeah, that's where we hit the car. Right? somewhere like somewhere like here. I'm curious if I can find it. Yep, I'm right. So the car's here. Okay, then we go in this direction. That's the edge of the border. That's the edge of the map, the eastern border. Let's get to Dolnik and take a look around. Actually, it's going to be a very open area in a while. This terrain looks cool. And this, like, that's pretty steep hill, I would say. Anything around here? Anybody hiding some barrels in these trees? At the very edge of the map. Got to really keep looking around because small camps, like, well, small camps in terms of its size, but it might have like a bunch of barrels, a couple of cars, more than a couple. I once found like 3 cars in a small group of trees. And actually, I just like Livonian woods. Cannot help myself but enjoy the look of them. Compared to these woods, Chernarus looks just bald. I think I once tried to hide my own car in here and almost got it stuck on a random rock. Yeah. 2 times in a row. And here's where that great field starts. I once found a base in the middle of that great field. here or here somewhere. And by the way, this tree line actually ends, yeah, just right here. Okay, right there. This might be kind of the largest field in the south of the map. So we probably got to get back to the road, because there's a little bit more you can see from the road. That's a ruin, not a real car. Interesting, there's sort of a trail. It's not a road, it's not on the map, but it's still here nonetheless. So there is like a camp of Patoki here. On the other side of this big field, there's a road that goes there. So let's check this ravine. I once found a huge base, not on this server, but on a similar one in this ravine. The situation kinda felt like on this server, when the server would suddenly get popped. And I think I just didn't really notice it back then. But I think those guys were actually building a big base that I found here. And we'll get back to the road. Oleg Yavorsky. I remember the name of the community guy, or was it a PR guy? So from GSC, it was called back then, GSC Game World or just GSC. Oleg Yavorsky, then his name was. I have his card still. I don't collect such things, but I actually well, just couldn't throw it in the trash. Every time I would just be tidying up things. Yeah, I'd find it and I couldn't throw it in the trash. If we are dropping names, if I remember that name, I'm not sure is he even a part of the company these days. So, but if you are dropping names, I have another card that I'm keeping of a science fiction writer, Michael Swanwick. 1 week? Yeah, I think. That was pretty strange. Oops. I just got a short disconnects sign. For a second. Just appeared. This doesn't go to Patoki, this goes to this place here, okay. And we have a car in there. And a couple zombies. And everything looks pretty quiet. Car with all 4 wheels. Ow. Telekinetic hit. Do you have any rounds? Oh yeah, it does. Okay, I need those rounds. Let's see. Yeah, they go in this magazine. So all 4 wheels, empty trunk, and no car parts. Well, I mean, this is a good one. And it's not that far away from the city, from the town of Dolnik, so it is repairable. Do we have anything inside? Okay. I came here from that direction, right? So if I want to get to Patoki, I should go in this direction. There's a rot, yeah, there is. For a little bit. But we keep following not even the, well, the power line for a little bit. So over there on the hill it's Kulna, but we are not going to Kulna. Just to that summer camp and back to the border. Murder, good evening, welcome. That happened day before yesterday. In the first hour of me just playing on the server. Welcome, welcome. Car incident, yeah. Pretty much. Just a car incident. Just an accident, nothing special. Swolf updated the command. Big thanks to him for this. Doesn't look like anybody's trying to build a base around this camp. That's just what I wanted to confirm. Hey, we're wearing the same suit. Maybe I'm your brother. Stop attacking me. By the way, what's the state of my belt? The belt's good. This all I have. But what I don't have is water. So a little bit of drinking. And water purification tablets, of course. These I don't need, I'm not using them. And I already have a lot in my inventory. Let's see if I need to fix anything. Everything's pristine. All the suppressors. I have only one. Where did you go? Yeah. Don't even need to clean any guns. Don't even need new clothes. Oh, some rounds for Bison gun that I have in my barrel. So I thought about a radio, but these are all just GPS receivers. Okay. Let's drink properly. So the canteen stays. I'm going just to fill this cooking pot with water. Well, I mean, I don't need to technically remove the grenades. But it's better still to have space in your inventory for the detached pot. A little bit of a grenade soft drink. It's going to be with a tad of chlorine. Here we go. Infectious Mix number 3. That's the cassette attached to my backpack. I have nothing to do, sorry, with it. I found it like that. Okay. Now it's time to get back to the edge. One place I'd love to check. But how to get there? Well, and here I'd love to check another place too. I don't know. Cannot check them all. Drinking IRL. There has to be a road here. Farther, okay. A little bit farther. I'm running around the field. Here's the road. Makes an interesting turn here. Technically, if I just go in that direction, I should get to the place that I want to get to. Just got to keep the direction. Is Tokyo? Good night, good night. Thanks for jumping in and watching a little bit. But it's DayZ. If you just play on a vanilla server standard, sometimes you don't get anything really going on even on a full pop server. So not a lot of action probably it's going to be today, but who knows. I'm looking, not just hiding somewhere in the woods, I'm looking for people that I expect at least to find their bases and stashes. That's not right. That's not the right field. That's the right field. just made sorta kinda a wrong turn for a second. These are making noises. Yep. We have found something. This is a base. Now the question is its status. The zombies are spawning in, so that looks normal. I cannot really tell what I'm looking at. It would be possible to get some elevation climbing on that combine. But let's see. Maybe they are not at home. The zombies kinda... Oh yeah, I cannot climb that high. That's my bad. Let's check the state of the perimeter of the base. They have zombies inside. That's a sign that the base is empty. Have a tower. The perimeter seems to be intact. Doesn't look like there's a lot in there though. So and this is only the... This is the main door. Okay, we have found something. Crap. If we breach the perimeter now, we might end up just raising suspicions and not getting anything at all. Interesting. This is kind of broken into. Okay, let me get rid of this. It'll give me some stamina to climb. Yeah, basic bicycle safety. Yeah, it's important. That is expected. Okay, it's like they have some problems going on inside, like they've been unstable connection. Somebody's logging in. Why did I get kicked? I mean, the unstable connection usually means, well, in my case, my connection's usually pretty stable, so usually means a lot of loot nearby. No, gonna get you, but I found what I was looking for. A pretty big base. Kill count went up. No, I don't think so. At least I haven't noticed anything. So maybe they have already a hole in this perimeter. Because it kind of looks like, yeah, they have problems already. No prompts to open it. This is locked. So I don't think I have enough grenades to breach it. It's like I need 2 more. So we gotta find more grenades. Get back here with not just grenades, but with a new lock to be able to breach the hole, make a hole, breach the base, and then get our own entrance. Yeah, gonna get you. That's what I'm thinking about. But the perimeter of this base is still good. Okay. I'm not going to leave any surprises for them. It's not possible to jump from this one to the wall, I think. Yeah, the inner perimeter seem to be not in one piece anymore. Something happened. Okay, we have one goal, but this does not look like it a huge squad's working on this one. Proton, no thank you. Easy to the... yeah, I can climb a car, but I won't be able to jump far enough, so they build their walls far enough from any other structures nearby, so I don't think I can get in. I could try to... if it was a truck, maybe. I could try to get on top of the house. But driving the truck from Polyana to here, if the truck's still there, yeah, not going to do that. It's so slow, and when it gets fast, it gets like a flying sledgehammer. So this base doesn't actually look like much. The big old smoker, good evening, welcome. Make campfires. Not big enough to get over the walls. Not even close. You cannot climb the walls. You cannot. It's physically impossible to climb player build walls. The character just doesn't hang on them. So it's physically impossible to just climb over them. You can only jump over them, like clean. Climbing is turned off for them. Climbing physics. And again, I did not see their garage. Maybe actually this was the base of the guy we killed. So I'm just checking the woods here. Nice idea with the netting on the tower. Cannot see through it. But yeah, in order to breach it, I'll have to wait till the base is empty. And I'm not sure what it's gonna be. I don't think they kinda like stay inside all the time. So you cannot climb the wall, the fence built by a player. You got to climb something next to it, tall enough to just get over it. Can you put up? No, you cannot. They end up being under the cars. They end up appearing under the cars. See something in the field. Okay, so I did not find, I just didn't see their garage. And usually a base this big would have like some vehicles. No vehicles inside unless they just currently not in the base. Okay, I mean, so I was going to check Dolnik one way or another, so we are not interrupting our search, even though we found at least one base. And I kinda could tell that something like this is going on, though I'm not sure that this base is what is going on. I'm not sure that this base is it. Here's the road. I'm finding mushrooms. Maybe that's because of me. The game's trying to help me not to die from hunger or just dehydration. Enjoy these mushrooms. Like that. So let's keep going, checking the eastern edge from here towards Dolnik. I have no more junk food. Yeah. But I have actually. Probably gotta eat it. You don't have junk food. Okay, I see. Well, I mean, I still have some, but not a lot. But it's mainly just cookies and chocolate that I mean. Chips and things like that, popcorn and whatnot. That's kinda rare thing. It'd be nice to find another car and use it to just drive back to my place at Polyana. Well, I mean, my place at Polyana, it's something something really not defined at all. Truck would be nice. Truck is at Polyana, yeah, but I'm not doing that. Truck's waiting us next to the Polyana village. This is interesting. Pretty dense and short tree line at the edge of the map. Don't remember this. Okay, we got to get back to the road because the road makes some turns here. And we might end up missing Dolnik completely. I don't want to. Yeah, this is already south of Dolnik even. I mean that field. Haven't actually properly eaten today, so gonna probably eat a lot of something random after the stream. Too late for cooking, and I just wouldn't feel like it. I'm already not feeling like it. Rest Galaxy, good evening, welcome in YouTube chat. Welcome. Yeah, I got that car. I got it, and I'm now using it, driving it. So it was fun, and it was kind of worth it. And we learned that it's possible. It might look dangerous, it might feel dangerous, but it's possible, and nobody died. So the road is here, right? No, not right. The road's somewhere else. The road's here. And then Dolnik is just over there. So probably this tree line I wanted to take a look at. But this one looks like something else. This one's a little bit too transparent, yeah. That's where Dolnik starts already. Whole car load, need one of each. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I found like a bunch of cars in some random group of trees that I myself had been using before for hiding my cars. My car. Okay. Who did that? That's looted. 100%. All the garages are open. Usually they are randomly, kinda half of them is randomly open and another half is randomly closed. Okay. What do we have down there? No bases in the high Q building. From here looks nice and quiet. Is that a zombie? Yeah. Trista, good evening, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everything is amazing. So we found one base today. I have a feeling that we are not going to be that lucky to find another base. But there are definitely some places to check around Dolnik. I'm okay. I am okay. Still here. Still streaming, as you can see. Even managed to get enough time to play DayZ. Well, still not a lot. But I'm trying to set the achievable goals. With disappointment because of the lack of time. Okay. And the goal for today, we've achieved. We found what I've been looking for. What I kinda expected here. A big base close to the eastern border of the map. Though inside that base looked like something happened to it. But the perimeter was still intact. At least I couldn't find an opening or a door that wasn't locked. I would have had more time to play today, but I spent like 2 hours slowly reinstalling everything related to my PC's audio system. I use a pretty complicated setup involving 2 external audio cards and the voice meter, and after disassembling and reassembling my PC with 1 additional video card and reinstalling drivers for it, this audio setup ended up getting a little bit damaged. That's what NVIDIA drivers do to external big audio cards, unfortunately. Lots of people complain, like the NVIDIA audio drivers, they introduce huge latency to that part of the operating system. So, that's actually another, but really not the main one, but another reason that why I wouldn't really update anything on my system. So, okay, I'm looking at Dolnik down there. So, that base we found, it was empty. It looked a little bit like it was damaged inside but not outside. So maybe they got raided but then they rebuilt the outer perimeter at least. Or maybe it is despawning, but the outer perimeter still somehow holding it together. So I'm going to give it a second. Observing the town. It's kind of the fact that I cannot see a base in here, it's strange. But otherwise it really feels empty. By the way, that guy driving Volga day before yesterday, that guy was my first Vichar kill. And the gun felt actually pretty powerful, even though it uses these subsonic sniper rounds. Trying to stay at the outskirts because I have a feeling that the owners of the base are nearby. This is the largest town. That's cool. That's the closest one to their base, and they might be visiting this one quite a lot. There's a lot of zombies hiding in the bushes here. But if this was the only base around here, then I would say we should expect way more something going on closer to the coast. Way more stuff happening there. Do I need anything from this town? besides just a well. Did I see something over there? This part of the town doesn't look like this part has been looted. Well, I mean, actually 357 rounds. That stuff's strictly civilian. And I think it might be easier to find here than somewhere in the north. Plus we found another car nearby. With all the wheels, another ladder. What was that? Some sort of glitch. Speaking of 357, streamer's loot. 357s. Here we are. Let's eat a little bit. I mean, should have drank first. Okay, my bad. Okay, now I don't know how full actually my stomach is. And this goes here. An empty stomach takes 2 canteens of water or 1 cooking pot. But if it's not empty, then who knows? Car battery. Barbed wire. And that we can get to that car that's not that far away. Yeah, why not? I have space and my stamina is already atrocious. Let's just leave the battery here. This car that I found next to a secluded house, it's actually very close. It's just behind the corner. Ow! Got stuck in the wall. Here's the well. Okay, let's finish up the canteen. Just in case. Not just in case, just to risk it. Risk puking a little bit. Duct tape, here we go. And now let's fix the shoes. I like the shoes. They are the basic shoes in the game and they are the quietest one. The basicest. And the quietest, if we don't count improvised Rexon feed. Hey, you don't see me. You don't see me. I'm not the person you're looking for. Oops. Heard me. Nice mushroom, unfortunately rotten. Let's get that battery and deliver it to the car. I'm actually already so heavy I cannot climb over the walls. So the battery is not really charged. It's lucky that I have any stamina at all. So I was right about Dolnik. This base, technically I would consider it in the, well, suburbs. That would be kinda a pretty loud word for it. But in the vicinity of Dolnik, let's put it that way. Badly damaged. They actually, these shoes, athletic shoes, they're pretty hard to find. You have to be really lucky to find a pair. The best way to get them is to kill a new spawn. Oh. That's unlucky, an empty deer stand. So, in order to get inside that base, at least get through the first perimeter of it, we'll need to find 2 more grenades. And I have... Hello. And I have just 10, and we'll need 12. We are. Exactly the way I left it. I'm coming. Like 40 minutes ago. So here we go. And this one has all 4 wheels, which is nice. But they're all in pretty sorry state, unfortunately. Once in a while we can expect the wheels to spawn on this one, on this ruin. The repeater, I dropped it, that's why it's floating. There's a bunch of zombies around, but they're hiding in the bushes. Where are they? Yeah, I have a knife. Actually, got to fix the knife. I don't want to lose it. Though I have another one, I have a hatchet and I have a spade. All of that can be used for killing zombies. But still. So to get 2 more grenades, we'll have to... Well, actually no. There's Kulna nearby. I thought of going back, but Kulna is nearby. In a way, we can just loot Kulna, and the chance to find 2 grenades in there would be extremely high. Check. So the next thing that we'll have to do, we'll have to loot Kulna. And then I'm not sure how to detonate all the grenades. It's these days it's kinda... Well, I mean, cooking them doesn't work anymore. You cannot really do cooking pot bombs because they all detonate at different time depending on their state. And not just state, like damaged, badly damaged, or worn, or pristine. But it's more granular inside the game, so it makes them detonate at completely different time. Okay, that's already a Kulna welcoming delegation. Nothing here. Okay. And something inside this house. Not the first time I see a base in this compound. Ah, still locked. So this is still locked. The second one seemed to be destroyed, but this one's still locked. Doesn't look like they have anything on the second floor. Nothing's protruding through the ceiling. But this one's properly locked. I might be able to get through with only 9 grenades here. Only 10 grenades. Because I'd be damaging the upper frame too. That's interesting. Again, this base looks like it was raided and then rebuilt. Partially. Let's check. around the corners here. And yeah, this here looks like they started doing something, and maybe actually they built something and then it despawned. Over time. So this might as well, this one might as well be completely empty. Judging by the look of it. But that we will figure out tomorrow, as well as we'll find more grenades tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow, because tomorrow it's going to be Space Melody Lab stream. So technically after one stream on one channel, well, usually after one stream on one channel, I don't usually do another stream on another channel. Well, I mean, I do, but not long one. So usually that would be some GeoGuessr for an hour or so. But yeah, tomorrow Space Melody Lab stream on Space Melody Lab channel, somewhere around kinda early evening or just evening time in Europe. Some music or maybe something else music related with Nicola. But for today, this is it. Let's find somebody to raid and call it a day. Just give me a sec. Hope everything was okay. I checked my sound before I started, but I never checked the sound that is returning back to me from Twitch or YouTube. So hope everything's okay. I had some strange issues in the beginning. Rest Galaxy, you have a good one. Thank you very much for jumping in my YouTube chat and watching there. So gotta tell you that probably my quality of my video on Twitch is better. I haven't figured out it yet. I don't know what's YouTube doing to my quality. I'm not sure if it's like live or only recorded, but every time I watch my VODs on YouTube, they look worse than my VODs on Twitch. I don't know. The same stream goes. No, not the same. The stream with more bandwidth goes to YouTube, separately encoded. Okay, give me a second to find somebody to raid. Just a sec. Lots of people are streaming today on my following page on YouTube. Okay, I'm not in the mood to find somebody completely new. Well, I mean, it is possible. Something's completely nuts going on in Churchy Poo's stream. It's a dino cooking something on a frying pan. So let's go and say hi. I guess that's once human. See you all tomorrow. Goodbye and good night.